Humans experience 70 emotions, unlike animals. These facial expressions are the result of different combinations of muscles working together. They coordinate movements to affect the skin, especially around the muscles around the eyes and mouth. The micro-expressions of the two people in the video are obviously different, and there's a problem with the lighting in the video. According to normal lighting patterns, Susu's left shoulder should have a highlight. There should be a strong light source shining on his face from the bottom right, but in the video, the strong light source appears at the top right. All indications suggest this is a digitally manipulated video. Clearly, after regaining composure, Sudo realized he had been deceived. Desperate, he chose to end his life. The only reason the video remains is because it shows his son's face. What in the content in the video? Susu would finally realize how much his father loved him. Then, Du-chan informed Director Jan of the situation. Upon learning that behind Suyu Duo's death, there was a robbery hidden. Director Jan immediately agreed to the case and mobilized surrounding branches to investigate thoroughly. The result was surprising. 11 elderly people have received similar videos, and all their money was transferred to the same account. Then it was split into multiple payments to underground money houses. See that the collection account couldn't be locked. Scammers couldn't be caught in a panic. Du-chan had to seek help from the software developer, Tong Chan's company. To his surprise, he was told, but was unexpectedly told, why to achieve such a level of restoration? As a biz layer, they need to debug the synthesized content. To achieve this step, either someone capable of debugging algorithms, or someone who can access numerous deepfake videos and photos. But the former can earn $1 million a year just with stills. Would scorn doing such lowly tasks. Back at the police station, Shen Yi hurriedly reviewed videos of the victims. He tried to disc scammers appears the muscle pattern to backtrack and identify the scammer. After repeated comparisons with the facial expression features of 11 individuals, Shen Yi finally identified the person behind the video. Du-chan immediately launched an investigation into the man in the portrait. By mapping out two duels network, they eventually pinpointed a girl named Jan Saikazu. Upon learning that Jan Saikazu had worked as a caregiver in multiple victims' homes, Du-chan quickly brought her to the police station. Surprisingly, however, Jan Saikazu seemed unaware of the scam. Then she actively offered to take them home to get her care reports. Saying this, they had to take Jan Saikazu's computer back to the station, but there were no clues in sight. Just as everyone was spelled lost, Li Han suddenly found a breakthrough. It was the visitor log of Susu's social media account. As long as we identify the anomalous accounts, we could trace the scammer's IP address. With help from the Tong Chan company, they quickly located several suspicious accounts. Strangely, the IP addresses of these 4 accounts were all linked to Shen Saikazu's family. The client knew was that Shen Saikazu's home. Shen Yi quickly guessed who the scammer was. From Shen Saikazu, it was learned that she had just broken up with her boyfriend last week. Wang that Josefine worked in a computer mall. Du-chan immediately led a team to capture him. With Josephine's arrest, Stephen was taken down in one fell swoop. Then, trying to console his grieving partner. But they didn't know this. Then the husband was sitting behind him the next morning. A plane stand in an unfinished building. However, no one expected that. The person who fell was a man. After preliminary examination confirmed, he had extensive crush injuries to his chest, severe fractures throughout major joints, consistent with the high altitude fall. Characteristics indicative of a fatal fall from height. After returning to the police station, he warmly made a new discovery. Based on the deceased's closed eyes, she concluded that the body had been moved. However, the other party was very cautious. They left no footprints and wiped away all fingerprints. In moment of urgency, Du-chan quickly reassessed the clues he had. He tried to find new inspiration this way. Strangely, he didn't voice any opinions during this time. His face remained utterly expressionless. In sharp contrast, Shen Yi did not give up at all. The benefit of the death is right. They led them right to their very out of expertise, which was finding the answers from the body. After assigning their respective tasks, Shen Yi went along to the forensic department. However, he was informed that from the blast brought back from the scene, they found something unusual. Some of the shards were noticeably thinner than the rest. Furthermore, each piece had distinct curvature. Upon hearing that this type of blast is typically used for watch phases, a figure instantly flashed in Shen Yi's mind. However, as a cure, a deputy captain named Wu Hazeo was assigned. Though officially here to assist in the investigation, Shen Yi says something amiss from Director Jan's expression. To validate his hypothesis, he hurried to find he wanted to get details. The report indicates what Du-chan was shopping. Shen Yi immediately opened the trunk. He then poured the remaining cleaning solution onto paper. Despairingly, both cleaning solutions had identical compositions. Shen Yi couldn't accept this result. To avoid raising suspicion from Hiwonyu, he quickly shifted the topic to other matters. Unexpectedly, he discovered a clue. Upon learning that only long-term culture residents will have salt stains on them, Shen Yi decided to search for evidence alone. Just as he was about to leave, Wu Hazeo walked in. Shen Yi planned to play it cool, but unexpectedly, Wu wanted to request support from higher-ups. Clearly, he was on the list of suspects. At that moment, Du-chan rushed in. Upon learning that the two were investigating the suspect's residence, Du-chan showed no signs of panic, and even offered to take them to find evidence. After extensive inquiries by the police, they finally located the house they were renting. However, apart from a photograph in the room, they found no valuable clues. Identity checks confirmed that the man in the photograph was Soo-jung, 41 years old, sentenced to 3 years in prison for intentional injury. Worked as a driver at a freight company for a year after being released. Served as a librarian at Legion Library in 2016. After investigation, his social trajectory had no connection with him. Moreover, on the night of the incident, Soo-jung remained at the library, had no time to commit the crime. However, just as the team planned to clear the suspect's identity, Du-chan firmly announced the arrest. But once the interrogation officially began, no valuable leads emerged. Meanwhile, Li Han had new findings from the surveillance. A shadow was clearly visible on the corridor glass, but the footage was too blurry, making it impossible to discern the person's features. Wu Hazeo did notice and immediately went to Tall Chit Company for assistance. He attempted to enhance the clarity of the footage. While Shen Yi remained at the police station speculating, he was reluctant to accept the facts. But regardless of modifications, the sketch still resembled Ducheng. Realizing the situation was fully exposed, Ducheng finally confessed everything. And I will try to counsel Shen Yi. I'm suddenly caught, claiming she was being pursued. She wanted to trade the evidence she had for safety.